Hello my dear friends, welcome to Java programming playlist. In this video, we are going to see operators, types of operators and expressions that we can write in Java programming. So let us start understanding what is an operator. An operator is a symbol that the compiler to perform a specific operation on the operands. So operator is nothing but it is a specific symbol which is defined in the compiler so that it can perform a specific operations. For example, C equal to A plus B. So this is an expression in Java where this plus is an operator and A and B are the two operands. Same way equal to is another operator and C and the result of this are the two operands for this operator. In the above example, we can see that A and B are operands which the plus operator is applied. Then the types of operator. So there are 5 types of operator in Java programming. First is arithmetic operator, comparison operator, logical operator, bitwise operator and precedence operator. So we are going to see all these operators one by one in detail in this video. Starting with first the arithmetic operator. So what is an arithmetic operator? So arithmetic operators are used to perform mathematical operations on the expression just as we have seen. So plus here is an arithmetic operator. Let us see this operator with an example. How many such operators are present in Java? So if we take two variables x and y with the value 7 and 2 respectively, then the operators are defined as the table given. First is an addition operator. It is used to add the two numbers. So if we do x plus y, then it will do 7 plus 2 which will be 9. So x plus y will give us 9. Subtraction will subtract the two values. So x minus y, which is 7 minus 2, will give me 5. Same way we have multiplication operation, that is multiplying the two values. So x into y, which is 7 into 2, is 14. Then division, 7 by 2 will give me 3. Now this result depends on the data type of x and y. So here 3 is considering that x and y both are of integer type. So the result will be an integer type. So if you want to have a floating point number, just as in this case, if you do a floating point division, then you will have the result 3.5. Then either of x or y should be of type float or double. Then modulus used to get the remainder after dividing the left hand side value from the right hand side value. So if I divide 7 by 2, my quotient will be 3 and the remainder will be 1. So this modulus operation will give me the remainder part, which is 1 in this particular example. Then there are two very important operators belonging to the category of arithmetic operator, that is plus plus and minus minus. Two consecutive plus in Java is called an increment operator and two consecutive minus is called a decrement operator. So we can see from the example that x plus plus, so it will increment the value or increase the value of operand by 1. So x is 7, so it will make the value of x as 8. Okay, it will increment the value by 1. Same way decrement, it decreases the value of operand by 1. So if I perform y minus minus, the value of y will become 2 minus 1, that is nothing but 1. Let us go through the next operator, which is a comparison operator. So what is a comparison operator? As the name suggests, these operators are used to compare two operands. Okay, it is doing the comparison between the two operands. So again, with an example, let us go into the depth. If we take x equal to 8 and y equal to 2, let us see what we get. First is equal to. In comparison, there is this double equal to. It checks if the two operands are equal or not and returns a Boolean value. So my dear friends, the important thing to watch over here is that all the comparison operator will return a Boolean value, That means the result of this operation will be either true or false. So here with an example, let us see x equal to y. So is the left hand side equal to right hand side? No, x is equal to 8 and y equal to 2. So 8 is not equal to 2. The result here will be false. Same way, not equal to. So if I say x not equal to y, yes, it is true because my x is 8 and my y is 2. Then we have greater than and less than operator, which will check equivalency. Then we have this greater than and less than operator, which will check the relation of greater than and less than. Then we have greater than equal to and less than equal to. So here if we say x is less than y, no, because x is 8 and y is 2. But if x is greater than y, yes, it will be true. Now let us look at the next operator, that is the logical operator. What is a logical operator? These operators perform the operation on the number as a whole. So this performs the operation on the number as a whole. Let us see it with an example. This double ampersand sign is AND, a logical AND. It returns true if both the operands are true. So if we remember the logical operations that we have seen in the digital circuit subject, it is doing the same thing. So it has to have a Boolean results on either side. So this operator takes two operands and the operands on either side should be of type Boolean, and it will give you the result in Boolean only. That will be true or false. So here if we see x equal to 2 and y equal to 8, then x less than y. So yes, this is true. And x not equal to y. So this is also true because x is 2 and y is 8. So both this side you have true and true. The result here will be true. Then you have this logical OR. So it returns true if any of the operand is true. So on this operator, there are two operands. If any of the operand is true, it will give you the result as true. So x less than y, yes, it is true. Or x equal to y, then it is false. But true or false will be true. Then you have next logical operator as not equal to. It returns true if the result of the expression is false and vice versa. That means it's complement the final result. So this entire expression that we have to see is x less than y. Is it true? Yes, it is true because x is 2 and y is 8. And x equal to y. So is this true? No, this is not true because the two values are different. So true and false will be false and the complement of this will be true. Let us look at the bitwise operator. My dear friends, you have to pay a little more focus on bitwise operator because this bitwise operator is not that straightforward in understanding. First, let us see what is a bitwise operator. So these operators perform the operations on every bit of a number. So it takes the number, converts that into a binary number, and it performs the operation bit by bit. Let us see it with an example. So operator, this single ampersand is a bitwise AND. The double ampersand is a logical AND, but a single ampersand is a bitwise AND. So 1 and 1 is 1. So AND operation, either of the side it should be 1 to give the result as 1, and else if any of the operand is 0, it will give us 0. So let us take this example, A and B. Let's say that value of A is 4 and B is 3. So here 4 is 100 in binary and 3 is 011 in binary. So if I do bitwise AND, this first 1 and 0 will be 0. The 0 and 1 is 0, and third bit, which is 0, and here third bit is 1. So 0 and 1 is 0. So the bitwise AND of this 2 will be 0. Same way bitwise OR. So in OR, either of the operand is 1, it will result into 1, else it will result into 0. So here let us take the same example. So A is equal to 4 and B is equal to 3. So these are the binary representation of 4 and 3. So 1 or 0 will be 1. 0 or 1 will be 1, and 0 or 1 will be 1. So the OR will give us 7. Then you have bitwise XOR. Now XOR is the operation where the two operands should be opposite. So 1 and 0 or 0 and 1 will give us 1. If the two operands are same, it will give us 0. So here it is 1, 0, it will give 1. 0, 1 will give us 1, and 0, 1 will also give us 1. So the bitwise XOR between A and B, where A is 4 and B is 3, will give us 7. Then you have this left shift and right shift. So here, if you take a number and give this left shift, the second operand is the number of bits by which you want to shift it. So if you look at this, so here 13 will be having the binary representation as given here, and we are shifting this by 2 bits on the left hand side. So shifting that onto the left hand side will add 2 more zeros, and the new number formed with this binary representation is 52. Same way, if we look at the right shift, then the 13 is nothing but having this binary representation 1101, and if we shift 2 bits on to the right, it will, this 0 1 will be gone and 2 zeros will be added onto the left hand side. So it will become 0011, which is 3 in decimal. I hope this bitwise operator is clear. The next operator that we have to focus is precedence operator. Now precedence is inherently maintained into the programming language by means of the grammar. So grammar is already defined into the language, in the compiler of the language, and that grammar handles the precedence. The operator are applied and evaluated based on the precedence. For example, plus and minus have less precedence compared to multiplication and division. This is just that we have it in the mathematics if we follow the BODMAS rule. Hence, multiplication and division are evaluated first. In case we like to change this order, we use this parenthesis, that is the round bracket. So this round brackets, the opening and closing round brackets, will help us in changing the precedence. Let us see with an example. So this is an expression given 2 plus 3 into 5. Now as per this BODMAS rule of mathematics, the multiplication is performed first. So 3 into 5 will be done first, which is nothing but 15. Then 2 plus 15 will give us 17. But if we write it like this, then we are changing this precedence of plus. Here this expression with it, which is inside the bracket, will be evaluated first. So here 2 plus 3 will be done first. The result of that will be 5. And then 5 into 5 will be 25. So we can see the answer gets changed if we change the precedence of the operator. I hope these operators are clear, my dear friends. Now let us look at all the type of operators in a Java program. So in any Java program, first we have this package to be added. Then we have this class. Here the class name is operator, and we have public static void main. First let us look at the arithmetic operator. So in this void main you have integer a equal to 4, integer b equal to 6 modulus a. So modulo operator is performed, and then we are printing the value of this b. So if I perform 6 modulus a, where a is 4, so this b should have the value 2. This modulus can also be performed on the floating point number. So here there are these two floating point numbers, 4.8 and 1.1. So if we do this modulus, so 1.1 into 4 will be 4.4, and the remainder here will be 4.8 minus 4.4, which will be 0.4. So here you will get this output. Let us look at the another operator, that is comparison operator. So here we have written system.out.println 64 less than 6. If this expression is correct, it will print true. If it is not correct, it will print false. So here this 64 is less than 6, no, so it should print false. Then we have this logical operator. So in logical operator, this is this double ampersand sign. It will evaluate the either side, and if any of them is false, the answer is false. If both of them are true, the answer is true. 64 greater than 5, yes, it is true. 64 greater than 98, no, it is false. So here it is true, here it is false. The result will be false. But for the logical OR, this will be true, because in logical OR, if either of them is true, it will give us true. So my result here will be false and true. Then we have the bitwise operator. If we perform bitwise operation on 2 and 3, so here it is, it will give us the result as 1. So I hope that it is clear, my dear friends. These operators are very important, because without operators we cannot do anything in the program. So thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned for more videos on Java programming.